Indonesia. He was educated in a madrasa, a Muslim religious school that often educates extremists. Howard Kurtz of CNN's Reliable Sources took a closer look at the rumor and the uproar, and our John Voss is actually on the scene in Indonesia with a first-hand investigation of the facts. Let's begin our coverage with Howard. Howard?
Wolf, the first media controversy of the 2008 presidential campaign has erupted and is raising questions about journalistic behavior.
As many of you know,
from the moment Barack Obama began talking about running for president, he's drawn an increasingly loud drumbeat of positive coverage.
Barack Obama, the rising rock star.
It's about Barack Obama, the rock star.
His rock star popularity.
Barack Obama, greeted like a rock star. Huge crowds, literally, they would make a rock star envious.
But in recent days, the Illinois senator has had to cope with a rumor pushed by a little-known conservative magazine and amplified by an echo chamber on the right. And the unsubstantiated article tries to blame the whole thing on Hillary Clinton. Insight magazine, which is owned by the conservative Washington Times, says Obama went to a madrasa, the type of Muslim religious school often associated with teaching the most fundamentalist form of Islam. The article also accused him of supposedly hiding that he was raised as a Muslim. An Obama spokesman calls the story, based entirely on unnamed sources, trash and completely false. Obama has already revealed in his 2 autobiographies that he spent 2 years at a predominantly Muslim school. This, by the way, when he was just 6 years old. The senator today is a Christian who belongs to a Chicago church. Insight also claims the madrasa allegation has been spread by researchers, quote, connected to Senator Clinton, again, without a single named source or document. A Clinton spokesman calls the piece an obvious right-wing hit job. The allegations got a big boost from Rupert Murdoch's media empire, with the New York Post running this headline, Osama Mudd flies at Obama. And Murdoch's Fox News channel touted the claims on 2 programs.
The gloves are off. Hillary Clinton reported to be already digging up the dirt on Barack Obama. The New York senator has reportedly outed Obama's madrasa past.
let me begin.
But as we now know, there is no madrasa past. Obama spokesman Robert Gibbs, who called Fox's broadcasting of the madrasa tale appallingly irresponsible, says he didn't think much of a clarification carried this morning on the program Fox and Friends. Fox News executive Bill Shine says some of the network's hosts were simply expressing their opinions and repeatedly cited Insight as the source of the allegation. Some conservatives say Obama should expect his personal life to come under journalistic scrutiny.
I think the background on Obama, when all he's running on is his background, is fair game. If this thing is a lie or a smear, then it needs to be denounced and pelted from the public sphere for being an unfair and untrue allegation.
This, unfortunately, is how the media food chain works. A bogus charge appears in some magazine or on some website and works its way up to bigger news outlets, all based on little or no evidence. What makes the madrasa story unusual is that the false allegations are about a candidate's elementary school nearly 40 years ago, and the attempt to blame this rumor-mongering on the rival campaign of Hillary Clinton. Wolf?
Howard Kurtz reporting for us, Howie, thanks. And CNN did what any serious news organization is supposed to do in this kind of a situation. We actually conducted an exclusive first-hand investigation inside Indonesia to check out the school that Barack Obama attended as a little 6-year-old boy. We sent our correspondent, John Voss, to Jakarta. John?
Wolf, I came here to Barack Obama's elementary school in Jakarta looking for what some have been calling an Islamic madrasa, like those that teach violence and hate in Pakistan and Afghanistan. Well, Wolf, I've been to madrasas in Pakistan, and this school is nothing like that. In the quadrangle of this elementary school, boys and girls aged from 6 to 12, neatly dressed in uniform, playing together, just as a young Barack Obama would have done almost 40 years ago. Here they're taught science and math, and practice traditional Indonesian dance. Basuki Elementary follows a national curriculum, just like it did in the 60s and 70s. Take a close look at Obama's teachers, women and men, all in Western-style dress. There are religion classes once a week. Most of the 450 students are Muslim and are taught about Islam. The handful of Christians learn that Jesus is the Son of God. The deputy headmaster tells me he's unaware that his school has been labelled an Islamic madrasa by some in the United States, and bristles at the thought. This is a public school. We don't focus on religion, he told me. In our daily lives, we try to respect religion, but we don't give preference to one or the other. Bandung Winatjanto attended Basuki with Obama, who back then was known as Barry. They were in Boy Scouts together. And he says in all these years, not a lot has changed at his old elementary.
No, it's not Islamic school. It is common. I mean, it's general, because there's also a lot of Christian students, Buddhism students, and also Konghucu students.
And Wolf, in almost every way, this school is typical of all state-run schools in Indonesia, except this is probably one of the wealthiest neighborhoods in Jakarta. The U.S. ambassador lives just up the road, and this school is probably better off than most. Wolf?
All right, John Voss in Jakarta for us. An excellent, excellent report. Glad we could bring that to our viewers. This programming note for our viewers: tomorrow night we'll have special coverage looking ahead to the President's State of the Union address. We'll be